On behalf of Shri Chandrakant, Founder and President, SME Chamber of India, Maharashtra Industrial and Economic Development Association, and Federation of Indian SME Associations, I welcome you all to Pune Industry and SME Summit, which is focusing on supporting manufacturing industries, SMEs and exporters for better business growth. On behalf of Chamber, we are thankful to all of you for participating in this event, and we are very much thankful to all the sponsors and supporters who have put their efforts to make this event a grand success. I would like to especially thank Bank of India, State Bank of India, Polytrade, Airtel Business, Central Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, SIDBI, FedEx, Mass Financial Services, Bhumi World, and Badve Foundation. Without taking much of your time, we are moving ahead to the next segment. I would like to invite you all dignitaries to take their seats on the dais, and I request Mr. Salunkhe to accompany with. First, I would like to request Mr. Shrikant Badve, Chairman and Managing Director, Badve Group of Companies. And we have a huge round of applause for Sir, everyone. Along with him, I would like to request Mr. Hanuman Gaikwad, Chairman and Managing Director, BVG India Limited, to please come ahead on the stage. After this, I would like to request Mr. Joseph Libas, Chairman, India-US SME Business Council, USA. And the special part about him is he came all the way from Miami, USA to attend this event. Please ek baar jodar taali everyone. Then I would like to request Professor Dr. Sanjay Chodia, Founder and Chairman, Surdatta Group of Institute. I would like to call our next dignitary, Mr. Pramod, Bathal, General Manager, Bank of India. Then we have Srimati Sukhvinder Kaur, General Manager, SBI Maharashtra Circle. Can we have a huge round of applause, everyone? On behalf of the organizers, I request all of you to please stand up, rise, to pay the condolences and tribute to the well-known business tycoon of Pune and India, late Shri Rahul Bajaj, who was a visionary industrialist and contributed for the enhancement of industrialization in Pune region, as well as created many enterprises and large employment. 1 minute silence. SME Chamber of India, under the dynamic leadership and presidency of Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe, has been functioning for the last 28 years and supporting SMEs for the business growth to explore emerging business opportunities at national and international markets, export promotion, identifying the foreign partners for joint venture, technology transfer, contract manufacturing, and international collaborations. The Chamber has also been supporting for marketing promotion, branding of the products and services, distributorship, franchise, channelizing finance, and investment for the business growth and expansion. Assistant to avail of incentives and advantages of various government departments, resolving various issues related to the manufacturing industries and other businesses. The Chamber has been organizing many trade promotional activities for imparting knowledge, executive training programs for entrepreneurs, and providing business advisory services for business transformation towards growth and profitability and strengthening SMEs for global competitiveness. To begin with today's event, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to come forward for the lamp lighting inauguration for today's conference in a traditional way. Salunkhe to felicitate the dignitaries on the dais. First, I request Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe sir to felicitate Mr. Shrikant Badve, Chairman and Managing Director, Badve Group of Companies. Can we have a huge round of applause, everyone? Then I'll request Mr. Chandrakant sir to please felicitate Mr. Hanuman Gaikwad, Chairman and Managing Director, BVG India Limited. Then I request Chandrakant sir to felicitate Mr. Joseph Libash, Chairman India US SME Business Council USA. I'll request sir to felicitate Mr. Pramod Bathal, General Manager, Bank of India. Now I request sir to felicitate Srimati Sukhvinder Kaur, General Manager, SBI Maharashtra Circle. Then I request Mr. Chandrakant sir to felicitate Mr. Anand Bhandari, MD Saspak Ventures Private Limited. Mr. Sadashiv Survase, who's Joint Director DIC Pune, I also want to thank to give more information and to present the unique agenda of the Chamber for the empowerment of SME sector, the man who is behind SME Chamber of India, who has also been in the front of to deal with various government agencies and regulatory bodies for creating new schemes and policies for SMEs and their implementation. He has been advocating for various initiatives and successfully advocated for setting up the SME Stock Exchange, SME Export Promotional Council, SME Business Management Institute, SME Industrial Parks of India, SME Investment Promotion Council, Trades platform to get trade receivables of SME sector and regular liaison with various government departments to provide level playing and field for SME sector in ease of doing business. As a serial entrepreneur, Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe has started his business career from his family-owned business involving packaging industry, and he has established his own business group, Macro Group of Companies, in 1991. Situated in Mumbai and involved in manufacturing, marketing and export of packaging machines, equipments and material, industrial products and supporting large industries and SMEs for the upgradation of packaging units and adoption of advanced packaging technology, patented and advanced technology. Now I invite Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe for welcome and introductory address, and let us hear from Mr. Salunkhe sir about his efforts and initiative for your benefits. I'll request Mr. Chandrakant sir to please come ahead. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir, everyone? Thank you, sir.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. Good morning, Pune. Pune is one of the Detroit of India. Joseph Lebas is the representative of Joe Biden. On behalf of SME Chamber of India and Maharashtra Industrial Economic Development Association, it's my immense pleasure to welcome all of you at this important event. Rather, during pandemic, we couldn't organize a physical event, but after a long time, I'd seen the lot of known faces meeting physically today and enjoying the Pune industry and SME summit and deliberating how we can support, how we can develop, how we can support manufacturers, exporters, SMEs to grow more, whatever they are putting efforts, and how I can give a value addition. At this very important program, I welcome Sri Hanumantraoji Gaikwad, my dear friend Shrikant Badveji, another friend from USA, Joe Lebas, who is handling the lot of different type of activities, particularly supporting Indian SMEs, Indian companies to enter in US market. He is representing India-US SME Business Council, and he's also supporting, guiding US companies to invest in India. These two top businessmen from Pune, I know, I think from 1991, 92 onwards, how they've grown, how they're developing, how they are, supporting other entrepreneurs to go global, grow more, and of course, encouraging new entrepreneurship, supporting other industries to, to develop connectivity to the other industry also. And we always say that without banker, SME or industry will not grow. And without industry and SME, India will not grow. So therefore, two bankers, very important bankers are here today. Shri Bathal sir from Bank of India, Sukhvinder madam from SBI, these two pillars of the, particularly for today's event, and they are supporting and they want to, support the Indian industries, particularly from Pune region, that how they can fuel SMEs with the finance, particularly for those needy entrepreneurs, those are needy enterprises, they can get a proper support for developing the business. We are here, Mr. Prakash Patel from Bhumi World. He is a vice president of the chamber also, and many entrepreneurs from the different fields, they are attending today's event. Let me give my thanks to Bank of India, SBI, Polytrade, Airtel, Central Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, SIDBI, FedEx, Bhumi World, Wadhwani Foundation, uh, mostly on the, particularly, they are putting efforts, they are giving value addition for this kind of activities, supporting them to, connect with the various entrepreneurs from the various fields. Friends, we know that during this pandemic, we have faced a lot of problems. Mostly the small and medium entrepreneurs. Those are, depend on the, manufacturing industry. Those kind of attend their factory or office. They face a lot of problem. But nevertheless, India is growing. Nevertheless, our SMEs are now coming on the track to, put efforts and, putting a lot of value addition for the growing for the manufacturing output or exports. Looking at current scenario and of the Maharashtra or Pune region, we can say, the Pune region industry is developing, growing, expanding their activities. But chamber is thinking about how we can take how we can take forward their, businesses to not only the local market but the global market. Therefore, we are going to listen Joe, particularly from his perspective, what is the global activities happening, how the global business is going on, and what kind of, support and opportunities can be made available for SME sector, particularly in manufacturing industry. We are aware that, particularly government of India, government of Maharashtra is bringing out various policies, various schemes, but how many entrepreneurs are aware about it? How many entrepreneurs are taking advantage of that? And therefore, chamber is there, or Maharashtra Industrial Economic Development Association is a platform is there where you can take advantage. Most of the SMEs are, struggling for particularly financial fuel, skill manpower, emerging market, and advanced technology, affordable technology, as well as patented technology. So these are, some hurdles are there, but nevertheless, bankers should come ahead, because banks are the main pillar of the Indian industry and SMEs. Without banks, Bathal साहब, SME will not grow. आज अगर हमारे इंडिया में 7.5 करोड़ तक MSMEs है, hardly 95 lakhs are enjoying from banks. बाकी के कहाँ जाते हैं? हमारे ललित पवार जी बैठे, इनका एक्सपीरियंस बैंक के बारे में बहुत बुरा है. He faced a lot problem while dealing with one of the nationalized bank. But कुछ उसमें से सीखने को भी मिलता है. Dealing with the financial institution, dealing with the government agencies, dealing with the corporate MNCs, we are learning many things. और SME entrepreneurs in India, जो they are a family managed business, or they are coming from the, work experience, or those are, starting business after getting an education, or those are starting because of, they have interest. So the deep root is there for Indian entrepreneurs. So many entrepreneurs from the world, they are looking this success story. You are sitting with the two guys, they have came from zero. He is now achieving more than $0.7 billion US dollars growth. Similarly, same, Mr. Gaikwad. So these are the, examples. We can invite, top businessmen, but these entrepreneurs are live example, the role model for SME entrepreneurs. And especially I have felicitated Anand Bhandari, who is an emerging entrepreneur who has got, our India SME Excellence Award 2 days ago with at the hands of Governor Maharashtra. And why I felicitate by these two entrepreneurs? Because he should become like this. So give a big hand to the emerging entrepreneurs, those are looking for this kind of support. Here is the Wadhwani Foundation also. Rashmi ji, kahan baithe aap? Just Wadhwani Foundation is also providing value addition services. We are supporting entrepreneurs or enterprises to, transform their businesses. Transform businesses for a particularly better growth, better profitability, and more, grow more, not only state but other states also. Chamber is, putting a lot of efforts. I have advocated for the, SME stock exchange. How many SMEs are listed in stock exchange? Can you raise the hand? Anyone is listed SME entrepreneur? See, this is a huge opportunity for a additional financial fuel. So SME stock exchange brought 2008. Then trades platform. How many entrepreneurs are using trades platform? 2, 3. Are you aware? All of you are not aware about trades platform? The manufacturers, those are supplying to large corporate or medium corporate, they should list on the trades platform where you will be getting your receivable instantly. And the Bank of India and SBI will not, behind you why your account is struggling, why your account is becoming NPA. So use trades platform. How many entrepreneurs took 2 crore loan, collateral fee loan? And how many entrepreneurs are looking for collateral fee loan? See, potential customers are here. So let us tap them. And how many entrepreneurs are into exports? Oh, good number. And how many entrepreneurs want to start exports? And how many entrepreneurs are having additional industrial premises where they are looking for JV or contract manufacturing? Joe, you bring some American companies. We can, you can send your request to the Miss Sakshi Kurkalni, which you must be received an email for the invitation. And I'm sure that this is a platform I want to give the Pune industry, Pune region to explore emerging business opportunity. So those are not yet tapped. I suggest contact us, take advantage, but only thing is that you have to become member. Without member, no value addition services will be provided. So friends, I will not take much time because I'm also eager to hear from these two dignitaries and two bankers and one overseas representative, how they will be supporting Indian companies, Indian SMEs, and especially Pune region, and what is their experience. Particularly when you do business or when you're running your business, there are plenty of opportunities, plenty of challenges, plenty of hurdles, so many grievances of the SME sector I had seen. But how to be settled, how to be resolved, and how to be expand your business. That is the most important. So, friends, I'm thankful to again Bank of India, SBI, and other sponsors, particularly for supporting this kind of activities. And I look forward your kind support to my entrepreneurs for fueling them for a better business growth. And of course, Pune region is one of the upcoming uh, most important region for India now, and Pune is now happening very well. And I'm sure that the representative of Mr. Suryoshe will take the note of some issues and problems and grievances and will convey to the Development Commissioner, Industry Secretary, particularly to resolve this region, resolve these issues and problems. With these words, I'm thankful to all of you for attending. Let us take advantage of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. To address you all, I would like to request our next dignitary, Ms. Sukhvinder Kaur, General Manager, SBI Maharashtra Circle, to please come ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be addressing the August gathering of entrepreneurs and emerging entrepreneurs here. So, I'm so glad to see the physical presence of so many business individuals here around. So, past 2 years they have just been spent in pandemic. We I'm coming from Mumbai. I'm based in Mumbai, and we have a zone here. SBI has a zone here. Other two zones are housed in here. So for past 1.5 years, we have been doing gatherings around. We have done SME meets, but not to this extent around. So my thanks to the chambers of commerce around here for organizing this meeting, so where we can just meet and mutually benefit around here. So MSME sector is the backbone and engine of growth of Indian economy, and it is the largest employment provider after agriculture. The sector plays a major role in economic and social development of the country, and by fostering entrepreneurship and generating employment opportunities. So it not only plays a very crucial role in employment, but in export generation also. It has a huge contribution around here. In Indian economy, It's contributing 45% of industrial output, and 48% of exports come from our MSMEs around here. So 80 million people are employed here, and every year 1.3 million jobs are created. So it is playing a major role towards achieving our 5 trillion economy. So day before yesterday, it's on 16th of February, the government came out with a draft policy for MSME. So till now, MSME is there, but mostly in unorganized sector, and we really didn't had any policy for it. So the policies, the government is coming up with a policy. So the draft has come out, and where it is mentioning there are 8 factors which they have mentioned, including how to rule including the ease of doing businesses, and the finance sectors are included in it. The policy will be soon out, so we might be having some structured process around there. So State Bank of India is a pioneer in SME financing in India, and has been playing a critical role in overall growth and development of SME. Uh, SBI has an aim of 4 trillion SME loans book by March 2024. So this is a big step towards the industrialization of this. And for this, SBI has revamped its delivery processes. There are so many people around here. Many would have been dealing with SBI, or many would not been dealing with SBI. Some would be having good experiences. Some would be having some bad experience, bitter experiences in past. But I would like to assure you the things are changing. The processes have already changed, and we definitely have the delivery process has changed, and we definitely have success stories around here. With a wide array of products and services to cater, involving the needs of SME sector, SME has become the bank of choice of MSME customers with a market share of 15.4. This is, I'm talking about pan India, but in Pune also, I think we have a market share of around 18%, right? So my team members are here. They are sitting on the table around. So 2 of my DGMs, they are housed in here. So one looks after Pune, and the other one takes care of the southern Maharashtra, which includes Satara, Kolhapur, Sholapur, and Sangli. Right. We aim to offer seamless services to our corporate clients, and have around 675 SME intensive branches pan India, with the 1,793 dedicated relationship managers in the place to ensure end-to-end solution. In Maharashtra, as such, because Maharashtra is a bigger circle and I'm just taking care of the southern part of Maharashtra, we have 45 SME intensive branches. So these branches, they don't deal with any retail customers. Like retail customers, I mean to say that no home loan, no car loan, or no express credits being handled here. These are specifically for the SME purposes, where the people with the skill set to understand the balance sheet and understand the businesses are posted there, who can understand what is the need of the customer and how to provide a solution for that. So, and we have around 125 relationship managers posted in the entire Maharashtra to take care of this SME businesses. And we have done 300 plus corporate tie-ups for offering hassle-free channel financing to various dealers and vendors. So vendor financing, we were not into vendor financing earlier, it was in small scale, but vendor financing, we are really coming up in a big way. So I can assure you of it, like within 2 days, we can sanction a vendor finance loan. So where OEM gives a comfort letter, and on the basis of OEM's comfort letter, the loan is given. And even the proposal is just a 6-page proposal, so nothing much is required around there in this. So, under supply chain finance, SBI is further strengthening its relationship with the corporate world and has tie-ups with industrial major, covering around 17,300 dealers and vendors. SBI has emerged a major player in supply chain financing here. The bank has adopted a cluster approach as a strategy to improve the credit flow to SME sector through industrial and artisan clusters across the country. It seeks to extend managerial assistance and counseling support to SME through consultancy services. So we have our consultancy cell and consultancy services cell where the consultancy is provided to upcoming tech units, and we have a under project uptake. So this initiative facilitates technology upgradation in industrial clusters. Further, apart from that, there is we wanted to give a presentation, but because of the paucity of time, so we are unable to do that, but we'll definitely be just relaying it later on. So there are some products which just I would like to mention, like what we are having here. Under contactless lending platform, State Bank of India is one of the stakeholders in SIDBI, led PSB consortium, and the bank's path-breaking initiative, uh, PSB loan in 59minutes.com. So here, through online platform, the loans are sanctioned around here. And we have Project Vivek. So there was hue and cry about that we only look at the balance sheet and sanction the loans. But to capture the cash flows and do the lending on the basis of cash flow, so this Project Vivek is there, and on the basis of this, we are doing. SBI also have SME gold loan to meet the liquidity shortfall or the liquidity gap. So we are into SME gold loan also, and the rates are quite competitive in around here. So we have a pre-approved business loan also. So it is up to 10 lakhs. It's pretty small for the micro enterprises around, but still that facility is also there. And import export, for import and export, we have a separate trade finance cell around here. There's a separate unit in Pune. So there is only one in Maharashtra, but most of the branches are B category branches in Forex, and they are dealing with imports and export around here. And compressed biogas, this is tie-up also we are having, where we are doing this compressed biogas projects around here. So competitive rates based on the balance sheet and cash flow we are giving. And e-trades, I was talking about e-trades around here. So State Bank India was the first among the PSB to register as a financer on the e-trades platform, set to provide finances to MSME. So I won't be taking much of the time because you would like to listen to the other dignitaries also on the dais. But just before closing, I just want to mention that Pune has four specialized branches, four specialized SME branches here. Two of the AGMs are sitting around here, and two couldn't make it today. And we have one SME CC cell. That SME CC cell, they do the loans up to 50 lakhs. And apart from 50 lakhs, above 50 lakhs, there are four branches which are taking care of this with the specialized relationship manager structure we are having here. And one trade finance cell for import and export, I have already mentioned here. And as we are talking about, leave aside Mumbai, Pune is the industrial capital of Maharashtra. I think 20% of the industry business comes from here, and we would definitely like to partner in the industrial growth of all who are present here. And as the tagline of State Bank goes, with you all the way. Thank you, and thanks to SME Chambers of India for organizing this meet, and all the best to you all. Thank you.
I would like to request Mr. Shrikant Badve, Chairman and Managing Director, Badve Group of Companies, to please come ahead.
Dear friends, today on the dais is my very close friend, Chandrakant Salunkhe. I remember my old days of graduation from my college. I did my B in 87 and did a service for a couple of months. And I was looking for becoming an entrepreneur, just like you, as a MSME, a small SSI unit. It is called Small Scale Industry, SSI unit. So we have a factory in Pune, just 150 square foot, rented premises, 3 workers. I was the fourth person. Our turnover was 1 lakh for the first year, rupees 8,000 per month. It was very humble beginning, very small beginning, and I was wondering how to grow. As you must be knowing must have faced, finance is a very crucial and critical factor for any MSME unit. And same was the case for me. I didn't wanted to put up any pressure on my parents. So one of my friends told me, why don't you go to Aurangabad and shift to Aurangabad, set up your factory over there. Aurangabad being a backward area, the land cost was much cheaper. The land which was looked in Pune for my expansion was rupees 5 lakhs. Same piece of land was there in Aurangabad for rupees 20,000 rupees. Much cheaper, 25 times cheaper. And there was a good customer, Bajaj Auto. As you know, Bajaj Auto is a very, very respectful customer, very supportive in your learnings, very helpful and very transparent. You can rely on them, you can trust on them, and it is my real experience. They supported us extremely well. So I shifted to Aurangabad. Why I am sharing this to you? That tomorrow you may be feeling that there is an opportunity to go out of your comfort zone and do something. Please don't say no to that. I have no friends or relatives in Aurangabad. It was an unknown place for me. I used to stay in a initially dormitory, then we had a small flat with my friends, couple of friends, till I got married in 94. So 88 to 94, 6 years, I stayed alone in Aurangabad. So it was totally a place which is out of my comfort zone. My parents, my families, my blood relatives were out in Pune, but I shifted to Aurangabad. So please think this is one of your core thought process, that you should be ready to accept a challenge which is keeping you demanding that you should move away from your comfort zone. So that was very essential. Aurangabad being a backward area, there was no facilities. Our industrial area was away in Waluj, which is from Aurangabad around 15 kilometers. 88, there are no lights in the roads in the night. So sometimes when I used to leave from my factory in the late night hours, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, the road was totally deserted. There was no vehicle, there was no lights. So, and that time there used to be robbery for something like a small watches or some small petty cash. That time mobiles were not there. So it was a very risky proposition. But then I remember I used to travel all that, and I used to just follow. I used to come on the road. My factory was slightly inside, so I used to come and stay on the road. And I used to look on my right hand side from Pune. And if I see a long distance, the bus is coming, I could see there's a bus is coming. And then I used to start my scooter. And then at least half of the road I used to travel, because the ST buses, they go at a very good speed. So half of my journey, I used to get support from them at the backside. And then some few kilometers further, I used to go behind them. So I used to secure myself. So my point of view is that there are challenges in the life. There is a threat to your life. There is challenges to your personal safety and security on financial front also. But MSME is the breed where we face all these difficulties. I could see the faces over here. There are some people who are young people. There are some people who are young at heart. So all of you are here is the intention to do something good for yourself, for the society, for the family, and for the country. So times are very good. Today's journey is like an IT journey. By sitting in Pune, you can do business for anywhere in the world. You can support them electronically through website. This is a very, very big comfort. Work from home is a concept getting established. So this is something where we can think how our knowledge can be shared, not only to Aurangabad, not only to Pune or nearby Pune, but it can go to the world. So there are a lot of opportunities are there. One should think what can suit him, how he can take benefit from himself. So typically, I remember initial years were tough. I had a lot of challenges. I had jaundice, I had typhoid, I had piles operation. So my parents say, you please close the factory and please come back to Pune. We don't want to miss you. Doctor says that if you carry any more tension, mental tension, physical exertion, there is a threat to your life. There is a threat to your physical body. But then I was determined. I said, no, I have taken this challenge and I will make it happen. And in the whole journey, the banks are very, very important. I will give you one example. Today, luckily with us, our Bank of Nation, State Bank of India is there. Bank of India, GM, Mr. Badve, Pramod Badve is here. So banking plays a very, very high impact for any MSME business. So my advice will be to you, please be transparent with them. Please be very open with them. And at least while beginning of your factory, you should have a cooperative bank supporting you. My first loan came from a cooperative bank, Saraswat Cooperative Bank. That's how we started. And couple of years, from 1988 to 2004, we are only one bank, Saraswat Cooperative Bank. Why I am saying so this to you? This is not for marketing of Saraswat Bank or any cooperative banks. I think there is no banker is here from cooperative banks. But I am sharing you my life experience. Those are the banks who are these cooperative banks are small in size as compared to PSU banks. They are more flexible, they are more fast, they are more able to understand your timely requirements. I'll give you one my very interesting example. There were DRT used to be there. So I went to bid for one company in auction in Mumbai DRT. And it was my first experience. So the auction was there in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. So I reached in the morning flight from Aurangabad to Delhi, Aurangabad to Mumbai. And I thought, let me go and see how this DRT code functions. So I was just observing all the thing. And at 2 o'clock, our auction started. And it was a plot next to my factory, so I was very keen to grab it. And at the end, we could get it. And in that interaction, the judge was interacting with me. So he says, Diwali was coming just couple of days. He says, Mr. Badve, this is a good gift for you as a Diwali, and you must be very happy. I say, yes, I'm very happy. And now he says, now you have to make payments in just 14 days. I say, sir, अभी दिवाली छुट्टियां हैं, सब लोग छुट्टी पे जाएंगे. I don't know whether till some time before whether I'm going to get this deal or not. So I need some time. I need to go to the bank and I need to apply a loan and I need to get a sanction and then I will be able to pay you. He said, yes, you are perfectly right. Diwali is there and people go on holidays, so there are some challenges on the time front. But in Supreme Court, he asked me very jokingly asked me, sir, Supreme Court is the topmost legal authority. So he says there is a directive from Supreme Court that when such auctions happen, you need to pay in 14 days time. And if you 14 days time the payment is not coming, your earnest money deposited is forfeited and deal gets cancelled. So please understand, this is not in my hand and your hand. This is something directive which we have to follow. I got my goosebumps. So I say immediately from there I went to Saraswat Cooperative Bank. I told him, this is my order and this is the company we have bid and this is the message I got from them that we need to pay them in 14 days. And this is time in 2004. That time we used to have this demand draft and pay orders. You might have experienced in those days the instrument used to be asked redeposit tomorrow. So there was a technical error. So there was no issue of payment available or not. But then we used to deposit the pay order or that did in next day and it gets credited. It was a technical issue that used to happen. So it happened with us one or two times. So I got scared. I say, for this deal, if that happens and if I crosses my 14-day limit, it will be a very dicey situation. So I told Saraswat Bank that I think we should pay them in 10 days. Believe me, Saraswat Cooperative Bank called a special board meeting for a proposal, sanctioned the loan to us, and we could make a payment to the DRT in time. So my point of advice to you is that this is the flexibility. I don't say this will happen every now and then, but if you are in need of such situations, those are the banks who are more flexible and who are more adaptive to address your needs. So when you go for big banks, they have broader perspective, their cost of funds is less. So you need to decide your need. Initially, availability of funds is very important for you. As you grow and get stability, then cost of funds is your priority. So based on that, you must choose the banker how to do. So you must have a breed of a cooperative bank and a national cooperative bank and national banks because they are more broader vision. They have multiple locations. A lot of benefits are there with them. So today we have two banks sitting with us. So it is good for all of you to interact. So how I got to know Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe. So I used to be in Aurangabad. So there was he was hosting one function in Mumbai. So I say, we must meet, we must network people and must understand what is happening around us. So I came to Mumbai. I was there for the full day. And it was a very good learning, very good inputs I got. And that's how I become known to him, and then we become good friends. So he is a person who is always supporting MSME. He is the people who always dream MSME, think for them, think for their betterment, think for the solutions for them. Like stock exchange, MSME stock exchange is something a very creative idea. One must think, one must use that platform. IPOs are happening. One must think of getting funds at a broader level. So she is always a person who thinks for MSME, and even he will go beyond, he will go to government, he will tell them this is what is required, this is what is the need of them. So that is the beauty of them. Today he has got his good friend, Mr. Joe from US. So today investments are happening in India. People are investing. So there are good opportunities. I'm sure many MSMEs who are sitting here, they have unique technology, unique product, unique ideas, and those can be explored for other markets out of India also. So I think this is a good platform that Mr. Salunkhe has thought that we should get someone from US and make them interact. So there is a saying in Marathi, केल्याने देशाटन होत आहे रे. What does it mean? It means you need to go out, you need to travel, you need to meet people, you need to interact them, you need to share your ideas, understand. That makes you more knowledgeable, makes you more intelligent, that makes you more wiser. So I think that is a good platform that today we have got. So my only submission for all of you is that things are changing. We are reading the newspaper, solar is a new concept of electricity, hydro electricity. So lots of things are coming. Government has given lot of inputs to our people. They are ready with technology. Their website is there. My friend is sitting here who does a lot of work for copper electrodes. Mr. Pova. So he has got a technology from DRDO. So there are opportunities, there are technologies available. We need to go out, we need to talk to them, we need to find out what is the suitable technology that we can adapt, and we can do a marketing and we can make ourselves grow. So there are immense opportunities are there. Luckily, we are into a extreme comfort zone. Pune is a nice place for education, safety, security, culture. We have a lot of, there is no extreme weather like hot sun or very cold weather. So as you go to the northern side, it's extreme cold or extreme hot. So we are much comfortable. If you go in Chicago, it's a very windy place. The sun is not there in the evening, 3 o'clock after. So it's a very different atmosphere. We're not used to it. So we are having a very big comfort when we stay in Pune. So I always feel that one must come out of the comfort. One must look at around us, what is happening around us, and one must explore. We are into Maharashtra state, which is #1 state in the country. So all facilities are available here. All support system is available there. What is needed is there's a will, and I'm sure when the will is there and the wish is there, things do happen. So I feel all of you must take the benefit of today's full day interactive session. Learn new thoughts, understand what is going to be suiting to you, try to make it for betterment of yourself. And I always say it is our own life, and we cannot change our own life better than ourselves. So we have to be committed for choosing the best and doing it for ourselves. So I think this is a nice platform for Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe who has arranged this. I am able to see lots of faces over here. After COVID, I think this is the first interactive session. So when it is an online session, the connectivity with person to person is slightly missing. Bankers are here. For any industry, funding is very important. A right funding and timely funding is very important. So we have to have very nice dialogue with them. We bank with Bank of India, we bank with State Bank of India, we bank with Central Bank of India. We have very nice experience, very supporting experience with them. So with this, I want to convey my sincere thanks to all of you to listen to my story. And I wish all of you best of luck for your thoughts, for your growth, and for your personal health. Thank you very much.
Moving ahead to the next dignitary, I would like to request Mr. Pramod Bathal, General Manager, Bank of India, to please come ahead and address the audience. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir, everyone? Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here along with you. I have joined my colleagues, Field GM and zonal manager and our processing center, SME city center we call, processing center team, and to take care of your export related doubts. We have got a DGM from head office who looks after foreign business development. So we will be here entire day to interact with you all, to clear your doubts. And we want to do good business with you all. Now, you all may be wondering what is happening, that bankers are coming forward and conducting, sponsoring the programs like this and conducting the programs. We are participating with the SME chambers, wherever they are conducting programs. In one or the other program, one or the other banks are joining them and participating. Here we need to understand, like our SBI GM told, SMEs plays very important role in the country's economy. Today, around 30% GDP is contributed by SME, exports 45%, and the Pan India we have got around 7 crores units. Mind-boggling number, 7 crores units, and you will be surprised to know the 50% of units are there in the rural urban. It's not that only cities SMEs are focused. 50% of the units are in urban and rural. And if you see I'm very happy to say that women entrepreneurship in the SME is picking up. Now there are 25% rate when compared to the men it is 25%. Their presence in SME sector is also improving. That is because of the various initiatives taken by the government and the banks also. Now you see, SME gives employment to 11 crore people. And assuming the 4 per family, it covers 44 crore people. Means around 30 to 35% of the employment generation taking care of the family's population, India's population. 30% of the India's population is being taken care by the SMEs. You are all great people. Big claps to you. So, this is the importance. Even government knows the importance of the agriculture and SME in India, and government is focusing on the SMEs. Likewise, we all bankers are focusing, are changing you people to give loans to you. Gone are the days when you used to go to the banks and struggle. But nowadays, we are conducting such programs and we are trying to reach you and we are trying to assess your requirement and finance your requirements. Before going forward, I would like to say that Bank of India is more than 100 years old bank. We have got pan-India presence, more than 5,000 branches we have. We have presence in 18 countries, including my friend USA. We have got 2 branches in USA, San Francisco and New York. 18 countries we have presence. We proudly say that sun never sets in Bank of India. Because our branch, Japan opens first, and the last, our branch in San Francisco closes. So sun never sets. Always one or the other branch in Bank of India is keep operating. So that is a greatness of our bank. To say that, like my colleague from SBI told, so there will not be any difference in product. SBI, Bank of India, PNB, whichever bank you go, you will have the same products with the name changed. Probably we will be adding BOA star, they will be adding some other thing, state, something like that. But the product will be almost same. Where we have to make difference, we know better. We have to make difference in the pricing and in timing. Pricing, we have to give a best competitive price to our customers. And as far as timing is concerned, we have to give a quick decision. We have to commit among peer banks, among public sector banks, competition is not in the products. We all got the same products across board. Competition is there in the how best service you give, how is the user experience with your bank, how fast you are giving the decision, what is the pricing you are giving. So we are all, especially my bank is specifically working on these parameters. We are continuously working on this, how to reduce the time in decision making, how to make our pricing very attractive, how to make our user experience very enjoyable. towards this direction, what we did do to reduce the timing, no, we thought that instead of centralized processing, it is better we reach to the people, go out and have a city centers at the different parts of the country. We have got around, we have started with around 50 city centers. Now we have increased, ranked up to 91 SME city centers. This is exclusively to take care of the SME proposal processing. We have got all experienced credit officer, credit analyst in this team. Chartered accountants are there, engineers are working there. They are working for the fast, timely processing of SME proposals. So these SME city centers are our strength. During this year alone, till now, these SME city centers have sanctioned around 12,000 crores to all small and medium borrowers. So this is better equipped. We are finding better result. Going forward, we are going to increase the number of SME city center with the main aim to be near you, take care of your requirement very in a timely, time-bound manner. Like our SBI colleague told, we also got a cluster-based approach. Pan India, we have got around 41 clusters. What happens when we do the cluster-based financing? The scheme is ready. It is a ready-made cloth. You just wear it. So it is very useful for our staff, very useful for the customer in the sense they will be given concessional rate of interest and they will be given the fast decision making. So this is one initiative we have taken, cluster-based schemes across Pan India, like Ichalkaranji is there, many other places, whether it is a foundry, whether it is textile units. Pan India, we have identified the cluster and we are developing the clusters there. We are financing in the cluster-based schemes. Now, how, in what way we are trying to reduce the time is this is one of the reason, one of the way we are reducing the time. And second thing, we are in a process of developing the e-platform. I am very sure that because we have come late in this developing e-platform, whereas our peer banks have already ahead of us, because we have come late, we are coming with the latest technology. And once we implement this, you will have a best experience, I am going to tell you. Right now, in a matter of 1 month time, we are going to sanction Shishu loans, 50,000 for a customer who is having the current account, SBI account with Bank of India, can log in from his house, feed the data, online due diligence will be done and sanction will be given to his house only online. We are going to the extent of disbursement to their accounts, SBI accounts and current accounts for the existing customer. If a new customer is there, only up to principal, in principle approval will be given and then later on disbursement will be done. But existing customer, disbursement, to the extent of disbursement automation is going to happen very soon in Bank of India. This we are going to ramp up in a span of 2 to 3 months up to 2 crores. Up to 2 crores it will be online processing, very fast. You know, online processing will be very fast. Due diligence will be taken, camp reports will be given very fast. Everything will be fast and you will get the decision sitting at your house. So that is the type of automation we are on. And going forward, your loans will be reviewed automatically. The messages will go to you whether you opt for auto renewal. If you say yes, certain questions will be asked and auto renewal will take place. And we also started analytic based pre-approved loans. You may be wondering what it is. We have got so many current accounts with us. We have got a huge customer base, very huge customer base. Now we have started exploring that customer base. Earlier we never used to do that. Now what we have started doing, we have started analyzing our customer base, their spending pattern and their balances, how their balances are moving, and we are offering them up to 5 lakh loan, pre-approved loan. So these are the new things Bank of India has initiated. We are also there in the co-lending part of it. Co-lending we have tied up with the NBFCs. What happens in co-lending is that because the NBFCs have got a reach in the villages also, they will be able to reach you fast. They will be able to give you the loans fast. We are tied up with them and we are going to do more of co-lending, tying up with the NBFCs. Coming to the products, Many products we have got, maybe this thing is running now. Many products we have got, only few I would like to tell. Like recently in the month of August, I think that we are the first banker to launch the welcome offer in the COVID season. We did launch welcome offer, very attractive rate of interest, and it is linked to your CIBIL rating. So please make use of this facility. This offer is there till March end, and you please approach our respective SME city centers and SME UCs and try to understand the product. And also today also you can interact with our team and use this facility. Rate of interest as low as 7% is being charged. Processing charges, all the charges, concessions are there. This is one of the best product. I would like you to explore this product. And after this COVID problem, we have come out with a special scheme for healthcare sector. Doctor Plus scheme is there, Aragyam scheme is there, and in the Aragyam scheme, government has given the guarantee, loan guarantee against COVID affected sector. So doctors, any healthcare activity will be given collateral free loan, taking the loan guarantee scheme support from the government. So I request all of you to understand these schemes and spread this message to all your friends and relatives and tell that Bank of India is offering this facility and try to meet our SME citizen centers and understand. Now last few years have been very tough years for SMEs. We had demonetization, we had GST, one after the other problems came. Then came COVID-1, COVID-2, COVID-3, like Hollywood serial movies, one after the other, COVID is coming. Now I think that COVID is behind us. During this COVID period, I am telling you, we have supported all our existing SME customers like anything. We have given additional working capital limits, standby limits, short-term loans, increased their receivable period, reduce the margins on their stocks and book debts. Whatever way we can help our customers, we have helped our customers. We have done very good disbursement in emergency credit guarantee scheme, and we have done a lot of restructuring wherever our customers were in problem. We called the people, we restructured their accounts, and we helped them a lot in coming out of the problem. Our customers are really very happy. They say that, sir, we are with Bank of India, we are in safe hands. So that message I want to give it to you all. Our bank cares for the relationship, and tagline is relationship beyond banking. So like during this series of initiative, one more support came from the government, subordinate debt scheme. I don't think most of you will be knowing. If the account is in stress and promoter doesn't have money, this scheme supports. All the banks will have these schemes. I don't say that only Bank of India has got. All the banks will have these schemes. If you are in need of money, if you want to infuse the capital, but you are not in money, you don't have money, then you can use this facility, subordinate debt scheme, very good scheme. Use this facility, up to 75 lakhs you can take this, and that has to be infused as a capital into your SME unit, so that your SME unit's balance sheet becomes good. Now, what is the benefit of being a SME? You know, government is focusing so much on SMEs, supporting so much, and they have got a priority for SME products. In public sector enterprises, government enterprises, they purchase minimum 25% from the SMEs. And we have got interest subvention schemes, capital subsidy schemes, technology upgradation schemes. So many schemes have been given to SMEs. So there is a very good support from the government as well as the bankers for uplifting, supporting the SMEs. Maybe here and there some customer would have had the difficult experience of getting loan, but they also need to understand that they should develop their credit worthiness. That I will cover it later. See, I always respect entrepreneurs because they are taking a risk. Like my friend Badve told that he has struggled a lot. He told how he traveled in the night. I relate to him. Probably you are 2 years senior to me. I also did mechanical engineering. When I came out during 89, that time it was not easy to start an industry. And it was not easy to get a loan from the banks. But now the situation is entirely different. Probably I have not taken that risk of Mr. Badve. You can see the difference here. I always tell entrepreneurs that you are like, you also struggle in your life. The people who are going to service, like we also struggle in our life, but you are creating an asset for your next generation. Whereas we don't create any asset for our next generation. Our next generation should start from the scratch. Because they have to read, they have to go, they have to write entrance exam, they have to clear all those things they should do. But for the entrepreneur, you are giving a good gift to your next people, that his son will come straight away, he will take it one level high. So that benefit is there. I request you all to work hard and be very transparent as far as with the bankers is concerned. You need to, you are all very good in your product. You are excellent. You do very good manufacturing, very good processes. You export, you do everything. But I see that very seldom people concentrate on their finances. They depend on chartered accountant or accountants. They guided by them. But I want you to just spend some time on your balance sheet. Try to understand what is the shape of your balance sheet. Whether you have got good equity in the system, you are showing good equity, retention of profits, whether debt equity ratio is good, current ratio is good. Very simple few ratios, very easily anybody can understand. You should understand. Why you should understand is that your balance sheet is your strength. That will take you to the next higher level. So always concentrate on making your balance sheet healthy. Show good profits, pay taxes, and if your balance sheet is good, we will be after you to give the loan. If you don't show profits and come to the bank for a loan, nobody can help you out. So please take care of this thing. You have to take care of your product as well as your balance sheet also, so that you will become, your unit will become stronger going forward. To end my speech, I would like to say a few things. Like generally, during my experience, I saw that most of the common mistakes done by the not a big industrialist like Mr. Badve, a small scale industrialist, they do these mistakes. What mistakes they do usually is that they see that suddenly they are getting some big order, they get excited and they want to immediately plan. So in a rush of thing, they use their working capital, their short-term resources to finance their machinery, building and all those things. This is one of the biggest and common mistake done by all the banks. You want to create fixed assets, take the term loans and take the long-term source from the long-term sources only. You should not use your working capital, day-to-day working capital money to purchase the machinery. What you need to do, you need to plan early, you need to prepare the papers and give it to the bank, and you need to give the sufficient time to the bank. And take the loan, take the machinery. What is happening is that people are in a hurry to, in excitement, in a hurry to purchase the machinery and fulfill the order. They are taking the machineries, they are not thinking whether this machinery is going to be helpful in the future, even after meeting this order. So you need to plan little bit. Never ever divert your working capital resources to create a fixed assets. This is one suggestion from my side to you guys. And then usually we concentrate on few raw material suppliers, concentrating on few customers only. Never do this thing. However maybe good is, whatever maybe the rate is offering, please diversify your customer base as well as the supplier base, so that you will be in a very good position. To conclude my speech, I would like to say that customer and banker relationship is akin to doctor and patient relationship. Like when we go to the doctor, we tell whatever our problems are there without hiding anything. We'll see nobody is beside us, we'll tell everything to him. We need to tell to the doctor so that doctor prescribes the right medicine to you. Likewise, banker is like that. You should not hide anything in front of any financial problems in front of the banker. You should never hesitate to tell him. You should be very open and transparent. Tell your financial problems to your banker, and I am damn sure the banker will come out with a solution to you, and he will definitely help you out to come out of the problem. Be transparent, concentrate, spend some time on your building your balance sheet because you are creating asset for next generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving ahead, I would like to request our next dignitary, Mr. Joseph Libas Jr., MD and founder, Concord Group of Holdings, LLC USA, and Chairman US Region, India-US SME Business Council. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir, everyone?
Good morning, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to be here. I first came to India 22 years ago, but this is my first visit to Pune. And being that I was born in the sister city of Detroit, it's appropriate that I finally came. My father was a car guy. He worked for Ford Motor Company, and he later was a manufacturing executive, so I spent most of my childhood on the shop floor of his factories. So again, it is appropriate I'm amongst so many of you today. I'll speak with you a little later this afternoon about what our SME business forum in the United States is doing for SMEs, but I'd like to just say a few words here right now. And I believe that Mr. Shrikant and I might be brothers, even though we just met today. In that I was fortunate to go on and be an entrepreneur by the grace of God, as many of you, as all of you are in this room. And I'd like to say that as an SME, as an entrepreneur, especially these last 2 years, many times we are within our own four walls. And we are running our business, we are managing our employees, we're working alongside our employees, and we're consumed by our own business. And we're reporting to our board, we are managing our money, we're trying to get day to day, week to week. And organizations like these are truly a blessing. I go around with my dear friend. I've been many times here in India, and we go and we meet these banks, not in these forums, but we literally sit with them. And to hear their excitement to lend to SMEs here in India is actually incredibly refreshing to me. I'm quite excited. And I say these things because these are the resources that is really refreshing to me to see that are available here to take advantage of. So when I was building companies, and I built companies in software, I built companies in distribution, and now we are doing things in commercial real estate and other things like that. Sometimes the four walls, I didn't see what resources were there for me. And I believe the council and the business forum here has done a tremendous job of availing these resources here. And we're in a critical time. I'll say a few things now, and then we'll go broader this afternoon. Is that the U.S. and India have long been very trusted friends and partners. We have incredible depth of culture between us, and now more than ever, U.S. companies are reevaluating their trading partners. And I think everyone in this room knows what that means. We have long been wedded for one reason or not to trading partners from another country that for price, quality, and political reasons just aren't working well for us. And I think there's no better time to build a bridge to a trusted friend here in India to to maximize and fuel our growth together. And I guess I would just say, as entrepreneurs, SMEs here, avail yourself to these resources, the banking resources, the everyone's sitting amongst each other. I really didn't achieve my true potential as a company builder until I was able to find like-minded people who sat in my seat, got out of my own four walls and tapped into other types of resources that were there with me. And that's something we'll do as the council. There's the lending industry, the banking industry, is eager to distribute capital right now. You don't need to do it all with your working capital, as my friend before me said. In fact, that makes it even more dangerous. And I've been in those same situations before where, no, I don't want to take money. I don't want to take money. I just want to do it all on our own. We'll just sell more. We'll just sell more. And that gets you into a situation where you can go like this or you can go like this. And I think right now, in our world environment, the companies that are really posed for dramatic growth are the companies that can look outside their four walls and really capture the opportunities now. But we will share more this afternoon. But again, it is a blessing for me to be here. I've worked shoulder to shoulder here in India for 22 years across a variety of different companies, and all of them have been a great experience, which is why my dear friend Chandrakant as we will continue to work together. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Moving ahead to our next dignitary, I would like to request Mr. Hanumant Gaikwad, Chairman and Managing Director, BVG India Limited, to please address the audience.
Honorable Chandrakant Salunkhe, Founder President, SME Chamber, respected Shrikant Badve, respected Pramod Bailji, friend from USA, Joseph, Sanjay Chorjadi, and friends. It is really great occasion that you people are getting guidance from all the banks that how they can get cheaper loans, best rates on different schemes. What Badve sir told that he struggled and he got help from Saraswat Bank. I am also fortunate to get help from Saraswat Bank. So when we need 1 lakh rupee loan and banks were asking collaterals, now the situation has changed. Up to 2 crore rupees you get without collateral. And now 24 hours sanction is there. But that time getting 1 lakh rupee loan was also big thing. And Eknath Thakurji, great visionary, he told me that I'll give you 100% loan without collateral. First he gave me 1 crore, then 2 crore, then 8 crore. And then he told me that now you put 5% from your pocket. And that's how we have grown. So you all are doing great job, giving employment, taking care of yourself. Many of you are doing exports. So really great things are there. So in journey, one needs to look always innovative ideas. One needs to look for innovative ideas for cost cutting, cost reduction. And world is too big. World is too big. We should find opportunities for growing ourselves and finding meaningful mean of our life. Ikigai, one book. Nowadays there are small stories are there on YouTube. If you go through that book summaries, Hindi, English, you get. I now started this habit of going through one book with different. Kharat Sahib is also there. Great. I have not seen sir. Sahib is also helped us big way. So it is really great occasion. So BVG story, like Badve sir told that I started my career as an engineer in Tata Motors. Before that, completed my engineering as a nuns scheme. Lost my father when I was 18-year-old. Completed my education with taking tuition, selling jam sauce bottles. I worshipped Swami Vivekananda since age of 14. So in 1991, after death of my father, I decided I'll do something different in life and formed an organization in the name of Bharat Vikas Pratishthan. Put a logo. I put India map behind India map. I put small candle, and that was the thought process. Joined Tata Motors Pune as a graduate training engineer. When I was getting 8,000 salary per month, saved around 2.5 crore for the organization. Got opportunity to meet our vice president. He asked me, "You want promotion? You want increment?" I said, "I am happy with my salary, but help my village friends to get some job in the company." So we started as a housekeeping contractor in Tata Motors with 8 people on 22nd May 1997. Because of quality of the services, and we try to achieve excellence in whatever we do. Uh, we reached 200 people strength in 2 years' time. 2001, I resigned from my job and started this as a full-time venture. And today, I'm really happy to say that we are the largest services company in the country. We are providing, in fact, 1st March, uh, when I used to go to meet people at that time, I get insulted. People used to keep me outside waiting their chamber for 2 hours, 4 hours. I feel a little jittery that why it is happening. Then I used to think, Swami Vivekananda's one book is there, Mind and Its Power. I read 100 times that everything lies within you. The way you think, things happens like that. I used to think that Delhi mein parliament hai, somebody must be maintaining that. Delhi mein PM sahab rehte hai, somebody must be maintaining that. And within 2 years, things happened. 2003, 1st March, we started maintaining Parliament House. Till today, we are maintaining Parliament. So last 19 years, Parliament is maintained by us. We maintain the Honorable Prime Minister's House, Prime Minister's Office, Rashtrapati Bhavan, Supreme Court, all the big establishments in Delhi maintained by VG. Then Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, all 6 plants, Volkswagen, Fiat, Hyundai, Mahindra, ITC, Hindustan Unilever. So we are now having more than 652 customers, 1100 sites, big hospitals, AIMS, Safdarjung, Max Hospital that we do, education institutes we do, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi. Then we are working for banks, SBI and RBI. Both are now, we would like to work with the Bank of India also. So that 2 banks and Badve Industries. So that is also pending in our list. So friends, things are possible. You need to have good team with you and team with vision. And world is too big. Now we diversify into many other areas also. We diversify into healthcare. So Corona, the pandemic, we have developed surplus medicine, which is 100% herbal, very, very effective to build your immunity. In fact, it is immunity modulator. We sold more than 4 lakh bottles and everybody got cure. Not oxygen level doesn't get dropped. So that is there. Then we have developed medicine for cancer cure, medicine for liver transplant. Person who's advised liver transplant gets cure in 3 to 6 months time. So where allopathy stops, there Indian ancient Ayurveda has a lot of things which are we are doing complete research. We are doing that. We are doing work in agriculture sector for helping farmers to double their productivity. We have got more than 1 lakh farmers associated with BVG, wherein we are helping them to grow, double their income in years' time. So I given presentation to Honorable Prime Minister twice that in years' time we can help farmers. Soil testing and water testing is the most important. And lastly, we have developed mega food park in Satara. So I was discussing with Chandrakant that please guide us that those people who want to do business in food processing, they are most welcome in Satara Food Park. We can give you single one-stop shop for everything. We can give you trained manpower, we can give you raw material, we can give you some orders also, marketing efforts also will help you, because we have developed a common marketing pool for developing these things. So we can, those people who are interested in food processing, they are most welcome. So, Salunkhe said, this is really first time I am attending this program, but really great learning for all of us, that banks are what new schemes are giving, experiences from people like Badve sahab, they give you motivation. So, friends, life is that way too short. So please find meaning for your life. I found that Bharat Vikas is my motto. So I do multiple businesses, but bottom of the pyramid is always focused at how we can help bottom of the pyramid. Similarly, you are also creating job employments, job opportunities for others people. So all the good luck to you, all the best, and thank you very much for inviting over me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your empowering words. Moving ahead to the next dignitary, I would like to request Professor Dr. Sanjay Chaudia, founder and chairman, Suryadatta Group of Institute.
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Chandrakant Salunkhe of SME Chamber of India for organizing this wonderful summit for Pune region and all the dignitaries on the dais, Hanumanji Gaikwad, GM of Bank of India, our US associate, because I'm also associated as an advisor for SME Chamber of India, and I have been associated with SME Chamber since last over 15 years. Then for the founder, promoter of Badve Engineering Group, Hanumanji Gaikwad. They are all luminaries and role models for all of us. Friends, big round of applause first for all the people sitting here on the dais, because I am associated with SME Chamber, and therefore this is a request. Secondly, all of you who have come from different parts of the country or Pune city, Pune region, Pune district, big round of applause to all of you also. I would like to energize all of you because I am watching with to all of you. Some people are on mobile, some people are sending some messages, looking at their messages. My sincere request for the whole day, there should be some positive takeaways for all of you. Having come here, having spent your one full day of your life, must transform in some kind of an asset which will help the generations to come. It is said that when the source and object meet with full intensity, today the main source is Chandrakant Salunkhe, and all the associates who have come here to address you, to share their success stories, to share about their organizations, to share opportunities what are available, their experiences. It is a knowledge wealth. This is not taught in the books. They have learned through experiences over a period of decades or years, and we are getting in just 1 hour's time. So when source and object meet with full intensity, there is an instinct transformation takes place. So my request to all of you for all the further sessions, please, please, please focus only on the dais, only on the speaker, only on the interactions, because somebody is there to look of your regular urgent work. You may forward your phone call to your next subordinate and fully devote or dedicate and focus for this particular program. Secondly, do you really like this name of Small and Medium Enterprise Chamber of India? According to me, the word small itself is not correct, because all of us are really great. We are contributing for nation building. We are generating employment. We are spending minimum 8 to 12 to 14 hours, particularly when we are in the startup stage. Badve sir has already shared his experiences. Our Hanumanji Gaikwad is a very humble person. He is having more than 1 lakh people employed, from a trainee engineer to 1 lakh people working and associated with his organization. In India, almost all the stakeholders, all the industries, government houses are their customers. I request Hanumanji that you please now find out global market. We have a person here from USA. You should start rendering your services to the global market also, to other countries also. That's of course is your choice, because now sky is the limit for you. You have already proven your merits in India. So according to me, the name of the chamber should be Smart, Magnificent Entrepreneurs Chamber of India. Because you all are very smart, you are doing magnificent work, you are all first generation entrepreneurs. Some of you may be carrying your legacy forward of your family business and diversifying and focusing on creating new customer or manufacturing new product with the existing customer. There are several business models available. Now my key suggestions during this occasion, that how to improve our business to the next level, it will not be my advice, but being from industry side also and education side also, like earlier speakers have mentioned, I am a mechanical engineering graduate from COEP, from 80 to 83 batch, then master's degree from Symbiosis. Then I pursued my PhD in environmental science, and thereafter I worked as a management trainee with Force Motors Limited, earlier Bajaj Tempo Limited. I have worked there for more than 20 years. I have worked in all the departments, right from project to capital goods purchase to maintenance. And last 10 years, I was working for vendor development. Vendor development is a very, very important aspect, and I was instrumental in doing costing of each and every product, which is to be given to the purchase department while they were finalizing their rates with the vendors. So I have studied each and every technology related to manufacturing of right from nut bolt to the radiators to the rubber components to plastic components to casting, forging, proprietary component, you name it, and I have done the zero-based costing. So I have learned a lot, and therefore I have decided to go into education field. And we have more than 70,000 alumni passed out. So like you are creating employment, I am creating the asset for the organization who can contribute for improving their bottom line of the organization. Now our Honorable General Manager of Bank of India said that you should show good profit in your balance sheet. It means you should generate good profit and then it should be reflected in your balance sheet. And he has also mentioned that we all of us should be very, very transparent. So according to me, nothing is impossible. Hanumanji Gaikwad said, whatever we decide, it happens. But for that purpose, we should be very, very positive. We should be really very hardworking. We should be taking really dedicated efforts, and we should involve each and every person in the organization because our people are our main asset. If you take them into confidence, if you do something for their welfare, if you impart such kind of training programs along with you, you can also depute your team members for continuously upgrading the knowledge, because that is the real asset today. The network, the database is an asset today. The new technology, innovation is an asset today. I remember when I was in Bajaj Tempo, the total 1% of the net surplus or revenue we used to spend in R&D. Now that has gone up to 6 to 7%. In the overseas countries, it is more than 12 to 13%. India was a land of ideas and US used to be a land of opportunities some time back. Now India is a land of ideas also. India is a land of opportunities also. You name any company in the world, renowned companies, either they have started their manufacturing or research centers or sub-center in India, or they are in the process. Normally these people are very, very smart, sir, with due respect to you. They do all the studies first. They will go to each and every place of India. They will identify which is the best place, which is the favorable government, where is the raw material, where is the trained manpower available, and accordingly they will plan their setup in due course of time. And the days are not far. By 2030, I think India will become $500 billion economy. That's for sure. And it has been indicated in various surveys. I need not tell you, you can Google it and you can find it out. There are almost now 70% of the industries post-COVID has come back to normalcy. Many industries have grown in manifold related to the COVID-related situation. Many industries have gone down, but now average 70% we can say they are on track. And the days are not far, my friends. The industries are going to grow now, and now there is no looking back. Whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the obstacles, I will say those are the challenges. You should be equipped. You should be equipped for gearing up to the next level, and how we can do that. That's the main question. And what industry, Chamber of Commerce, Salunkhe ji and our team can do, and what as an educational institute, you should take help so that without spending any extra revenue cost, you can earn a lot of direct, indirect asset. So we as an educational institute, for example, we can provide you trained manpower at no cost. Our students will get benefit. We means any institution in the country, they will get trained manpower student will get practical exposure, which is the need of the hour. Because the entire book knowledge is available in your mobile phone or in your tab or on your e-device. What you will get, you must identify your areas of concern. Maybe it is related to cost reduction, as sir has already mentioned. Maybe it is related to implementation of new technology, where we are not equipped and we cannot afford to employ a person who is salaried, say, more than 4 to 5 lakhs per year. So we as an educational institution can provide you engineering manpower, we can provide you MCA people, MBA people, computer science people, cyber security people, animation people, because your presence on the web is very, very important. It may not be necessary for you at present because you are doing wonderful business. But you never know that wonderful business may get collapsed or its business size gets reduced. And they may reduce number of vendors in order to give the suitable size of business to a XYZ number one vendor in their list, and therefore our business share may go down or we may be uh, thrown out of the competition. In that case, what we will do? So there should be always alternative business in our hand, and you must appoint one person who can coordinate with education institute, who can attend such conferences, who can go to many other new places of source of higher intelligence than your industry in your respective field. You should also network within the industries, like-minded industries, good professional people, what they can do together, what they cannot do in a single, as a single industry. Take a collaborative efforts. Now you just tell me any sector which is not growing in the industry in India, right from infrastructure facilities to IT, to automobile, to pharmaceuticals, to textile. You name any sector, there are 78 sectors available. In every sector, there is a gigantic growth. Exceptions can be hospitality. During last 2 years, they have suffered very heavily, but they have also learned a lot how to manage the hospital, what additional revenue generation sources they should create, how to do the adjustment of the manpower, how they should be multitasking, like for example, people working in the front office or housekeeping, they should be also trained for handling spa or saloon or some restaurant or some other activities related to their business or the home delivery or starting some event and giving some work. So people in hospitality sector, they have become multitasking. So what we can do in our organization in order they can also remain as a professional in their field. For example, a CNC operator, he should be also in a position to do some other work. So we should encourage, involve, motivate, guide, encourage those people that why it is essential. Take them into confidence. Don't just give this kind of work. You do this. This will not happen. We need to take them into confidence. Tell them the present market situation. Tell them about the uncertainties. Involve them because change, up till now we were saying that change is constant. We must anticipate change. We must envisage change. We must practice change. But you see what type of changes which are taking place. Those are not normal changes which used to happen during 1970 till 2010. Now, over a period of last decade and particularly last during 2 years, it has become a dynamic, innovative change. Change is now happening every day, every minute, every second. You never know what business will survive, what new business opportunities will emerge out. In education that you have seen, how much growth has, how much innovation has taken place. The e-technology business Gurukul people have launched 20 years ago and nobody was looking at that because they were believing only in offline education. Suddenly during last 2 years, Byju's and many upgrade, so many new portals have come. You can take good quality education. Now 200 channels are going to offer first standard to 12th standard education. You just switch off the channel, switch on the channel, and whichever education from whichever channel you want to take, you can take it. Now that will come to your device also. You will have an option from which university, which course, which subject you should do, and you can do that sitting here or sitting anywhere in any part of the country. So that is the kind of choice development which is happening. Same may happen in every field. So we should be very, very vigilant. We should be very alert. One person should be only appointed to see what changes are taking place. What I can do along with my existing customer using existing machinery, equipment, setup, maybe if it is IT company, which product I am developing. Because recruitment process, for example, I can do sitting here without any manpower. I need not need a HR department at all. 99% of the work can be done using artificial intelligence. And so many things, all of you are aware about it. I need not tell you, but this is a forum where we spare time to listen to the dignitaries, to also think and discuss with our own self how I can do much better. If any such idea comes to your mind, keep an idea bank ready with you. I'm sure in this kind of an environment, many new ideas will emerge out. Many new thoughts which are lingering in your mind, in subconscious mind, they will come out. Write it down. Write it down and review that periodically. I'm sure that will be an asset for you. Similarly, whatever the speakers are telling you, write it down the important points which you feel is going to be very important. Just do not listen or just do not listen, go through your messages or forward the messages or give the instructions sitting here to your employees or staff members or friends or whatever. Because you should utilize this one day which should be a memorable day for your lifetime. And I'm sure the efforts the SME Chamber of India, coming from all the way from Mumbai to Pune, assembling all these dignitaries, inviting more than 25 distinguished personalities, and all of you have come. After rigorous follow-up, they may have written to more than 1,000 industries. After that, 300 industries must have said yes. After that, 100 people, after rigorous follow-up or normal follow-up, depending upon the person to person, you may have given the consent. Now you have given the consent, it means there is a fire in your belly to learn something new, which is going to be very, very useful to you. Now having come here, then surrender yourself for next 5 to 6 hours. Have a beautiful lunch, have a nice interaction, network with each other, carry their business cards, interact with them for lifetime. You may or may not get business from them. It is not the only forum for getting business. It is a forum for networking with the professionals, like-minded people, identifying the people, and because network is going to be a biggest asset. Your relationship with the people is going to be the biggest asset. Earlier it used to be a economy of a financial economy, we can say. Those who are very rich, they were calling as a rich person. Now those who are more knowledgeable, those who are very humble person like Hanumanji Gaikwad, good human being is very important. Holistic development of your own self. The new parameter has come up. You just do not run away for your work. You should be roti kapda makan. Uske saath mein now health has become very important, and along with the health, the knowledge is also very important. Education. These are the 5 essential parameters: roti, kapda, makan, education, and your health. If this is good, if your family is good, if everybody is comfortable at home, then you can do much more better things in your life. If that is not there, any one of the parameters out of these 5 years disturbed, you may grow in the industry in terms of the monetary, in terms of recognition, but you are not really a rich person. So please remember these 5 important points. I am not here to guide you, friends. I am in the field of education, therefore I am just sharing my viewpoints. And there are multiple opportunities government is giving. Bankers are doing their job because like you are doing your job in the industry, you also take care of your customer. We are in the education, we take care of our students, they are our customers. Similarly, bankers are also doing their job. Some bankers are taking over and above extra initiative to come forward here on this such a dais, on such platform, and share once again to remind you we are here with you. You go ahead, we are here with you to support. Take advantage of this, but be transparent, like he has said. You should be transparent not only with the doctors and with the bankers. According to me, you should be transparent everywhere. You should be transparent with your employees also. You should be transparent with your family members also. Why not? You should be transparent wherever you go. Why not? Why not we create the identity of our own self, unique identity, so that you can carve your niche in the entire global market, that he is a transparent person. He is speaking, he talked the walk. Whatever he speaks is honest. You will transfer your image. I'm sure you must be of that nature only. But point here is that you should be transparent with everyone. If that identity we can create, people will keep trust and faith on you. You will get good employees with you. You will get good people around you. And like Anumanji said, if you think like that, if you're transparent, no negative idea is coming to your mind and nobody is pulling you from within your own side. Then you can dedicate your 100% time and energy and resources only for your development and mainly for contributing for the building of our beautiful nation, India. So thank you so much, smart, magnificent entrepreneurs of our country. All the very best to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorre sir. Very energetic and very mentoring speech. As you said that, Pune SME sector or industry is doing well, and they are having a lot of issues. They are having a lot of, grievances, and particularly how they can grow more. For that purpose, the representative of government of Maharashtra, Mr. Survase is here, and I would like to suggest him, give a best wishes as well as, give assurance that, he will take up all the even grievances to the concerned authorities, particularly to resolution, because we have to make a competitive all our SMEs, then they can go global. Mr. Survase, in few minutes to give our best wishes as well as your assurance. Thank you.
Thank you. I will try to finish within 5 minutes. So, dignity on the dais, Mr. Hanuman Gaikwad ji, Badve sir, all other respecter, and friends. You are aware about that. Now, I should not tell any more about the Maharashtra, but It is a #1 leading industrial state in the country, and which is contributing almost about 29% of the manufacturing output to the country. Madam from the CDB, he has given some of the highlights about the MSME, but I would like to again highlight the MSME from the Pune. Basically, if you talk or if you just analyze the total MSME located in the Maharashtra, out of that, more than 40% MSMEs are located in this Pune region, so Pune and nearby. And we have almost about 1,65,000 MSME located in Pune and nearby. That means Pune, Satara, Kolhapur and Solapur area. So Pune is again upcoming one of the fastest industrial area, and the government through their different corporations and department like MIDC, we are contributing and developing the required infrastructure to these particular industries. The Maharashtra government has developed almost about 269 different estates. It's a state-of-art industrial estates in the country, and we have almost about more than 1 lakh hectare area for industrial infrastructure. So with this particular infrastructure, and again we can say that very attractive policies, industrial development policies of the government, we have attracted crores of rupees investment in the Maharashtra as well as in the Pune region. If you talk about the FDI, almost about more than 40% FDI that comes to India, that is attracted to Maharashtra, and about even for export also. So almost about 24 to 25 exports will be contributed from the Maharashtra. And again, the Pune is upcoming for that particular, or more contributor for this particular region. The government of Maharashtra has very pragmatic and very attractive industrial policies which attract the investment even for large industries. We have a mega project policies. Then we have a sectorial policies starting for contributing or satisfying the need of every sector with the, we can say that the biotech sector, IT sector. Then we have automobile sectors now emerging, the e-vehicle sector, defense production, electronics. Then the another policies like gems and jewelry and ready-made garment policies. As I mentioned that almost about we have 600 and more than 65 mega projects in the state. Out of that, 40% mega projects are located in the Pune region, and because of that we have developed well infrastructure nearby Pune. So we have a Chakan MIDCs, Ranjangaon and nearby areas developed by the government. And in the tune of almost about 840 large units are located in this particular region, catering the almost about 15 different sectors, and the majorly the engineering industries, complex engineering. Then we have auto industries and IT industries. These are the focus areas for this particular Pune region. Now, as far as the Pune is concerned, we know that the Pune Municipal Corporation, now it is emerging as a knowledge industries, knowledge-based industries, or industry 4.0 industries, which the government of Maharashtra is focusing. And with this knowledge industries, the PCMC has become again a manufacturing hub. And then we have again nearby areas, as I mentioned that the Chakan, Talegaon, and even apart from that, Ranjangaon and different areas are there. As I mentioned that we have different sectorial policies. Similarly, we have specific policies for MSMEs also, which will strengthen, because the MSMEs are located in every part of the countries, every part of the areas, in rural areas as well as urban area, depending on the ecosystem. And the Pune area has created best ecosystem for these particular industries. But in sometimes the government policies are to develop industries in a backward area. We have a backward area policies where we are giving the tax exemptions, various like incentive supports, capital subsidies. But apart from the industries coming up in a developed area, we should have some specific policies. That's why the government of Maharashtra is formulating a new policy to support and strengthen the MSME sector by the way of technology upgradation. Then their requirement of basically, we can say that efficient manufacturing processes, then the use of export orientations, then the we can say that the employment, skill employment issues were there, then the common marketing. And with this also, the government is developing the sectorial development in a different sectors. We have a small industries cluster development program, and the Pune region is getting good response. Almost we have a 78 clusters that has been developed in a different areas, which will be catering the different needs of these particular industries. Lastly, as I mentioned that the every industries they want to locate, they want to start their houses in a nearby Pune area. Now the government has announced recently that near Chakangaon, the government of Maharashtra is developing electronic park over the 600-acre area. That will be specifically cater the electronic industries, and again the greenfield electronic cluster is also coming up there. And near in Talegaon area also, we are coming with almost about 1,000-hectare area with IT and knowledge base industrial infrastructure required to industries specifically for the MSMEs. With this, I congratulate SME Chamber of India, Mr. Chandrakant Salunkhe ji and his team, and by giving you this wonderful, basically MSME summit where we can have different ideas can be taken up over there. Whatever your issues are there, whatever the issues come up there, definitely you can write to us, you can send to us. I can take up with my commissioner as well as secretary, and we'll be having, I will be very happy to support the MSME specifically in the Pune with more support for their facilitating their different issues. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Survase sir. Thank you for giving very good information, particularly for our Joe Lebas. Particularly, he is looking for more encouraging for the US companies to come and invest in this region. So, friends, I think we have taken 15-20 minutes more than next panel, but nevertheless all the dignitaries on the dais, they shared their experience, they have mentored you, they have encouraged you, and of course bankers have given assurance for whenever you need financial support they are ready. Bank of India, State Bank, even Polytrade is available for giving a trade finance. Airtel is ready to give you digital platform, digital new system. Central Bank of India is also looking for more SMEs. Those are looking to explore their business activity. Punjab National Bank is also there. SIDBI is most important. FedEx is there to give you the logistic partner. And of course, all the Bhumi world is looking for the investors. Those are looking to invest nearby Mumbai. They have an industrial park. They have private industrial park. Plug and play industrial park. So this is a good opportunity. Those want to not invest in our construction, not invest in buying the premises, they can go. And of course, Vadwani Foundation is there to support you to transform your business and motivate you to go grow more and go global. Friends, I will take 1 minute for particularly those have looking for exploring the business not only in India but other countries also. Pune is a unique hub for industry. As Mr. Survase said, there is a lot of industrial park, industrial zones are coming. How to take advantage of the schemes and the incentives created by government of Maharashtra, government of India, because most of the entrepreneurs I have seen that they understand, but they don't know how to avail the facility. So chamber is there to support you. Today, Sri Subhash Desai has consented to attend this program, but some urgent work he has to go to Nagpur, so he has sent his best wishes. But nevertheless, we can take up all the issues from Chief Minister to Chief Secretary to the Central Ministry, even to the Prime Minister office. So SME is an important sector of India, and SME is an important sector for the bankers' perspective and large corporate. So with these words, I'm thankful to all of you for attending this conference, and I'm sure that you will take more advantage. As Dr. Choradia said, whatever he said is the truth, because most of the SMEs, most of the entrepreneurs, they attend conference and they look at the mobile, how I was looking mobile when you are talking. So thank you very much for attending, and let us take advantage of this conference. So I request the next speakers to take our seats, and we will sit in the front to listen to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Salunkhe sir.